Hi. Oh, I bet you can hear me better now. Okay. I've only got a few minutes and then I've got to hop on my next meeting. I just want to get on here and say there are things that just irritate me beyond belief. And they're scammers. You see my work crew over there working hard. Um, anyway, I connect lenders with investors. And I can't give out details or anything like that, or names and stuff like that. I can't, because I don't know the laws or the rules or anything like that. So, but I was contacted by someone and said, "Hey, have you checked into this lender?" And I was like, "No. Why don't you make an introduction and I'll see what we can do." So introductions were made, and I should have been suspicious, and maybe I was at first because the the Zoom wouldn't work. I'm thinking, well, everybody has some kind of technical issues sometimes. But then, you know, um, I tried to use this person, and every time I would try, they'd have some kind of technical issues. Now, coming from somebody who has technical issues or who has had technical issues a tremendous amount in the past, I'm smart enough to know when it's not right, when you're not really having technical issues. And with today's AI, you can use all kinds of things and make people think it's one thing when it's another. And so on the last person, I even used this person for me personally, which I'm going to change my bank account because of it. I don't want I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that bank account anymore, which it's going to cause extra stress, but that's okay. Maybe not stress. Might be a good thing. Who knows? But my point is, I should have done my due diligence first, and I didn't. And I I sent my information and a couple of others to the wrong lender. And because they were wanting something fast, they were wanting something, not a low interest. They were just wanting things, and this is what this lender promised. And but one of my clients said, "Hey, something's fishy about this. I don't want to use them." And I just said, "Okay." So I went back and I said, "No deal." And then on the last, and then I went through the situation, and I was like, "No, no deal," because I didn't have the down payment that they were looking for, and I'm not really into acquisition right now of real estate. So, however, I do plan to have three houses this year. That's my plan. That's my goal. When I get out of that is my goal. I'm putting it out there. And anyway, so I was going to buy this and I sent my stuff in and then I said no. And then the last person I sent to, things were going really fishy. And I was like, and the only reason why I sent this person to this investor to this lender was because he was having some, um, I was trying to help him stay out of not bankrupt, foreclosure. And so I got down to the last minute and I just said, you know what? Since you're having, and it just, that inner feeling that you get when something's not right, that's not just a feeling, y'all. That's Holy Spirit telling you, back off, stay away, go away, don't do this. And Sometimes we listen and sometimes we don't. I didn't listen because I did have that feeling after the first meeting. Didn't listen. And after the second, didn't listen. After the third, didn't listen. It took me 4 times to realize that, hey, the Lord is talking to you. Open your heart, open your ears, open your heart, listen to what He says, and stay out of trouble. You know, He promises that He'll keep us out of trouble, but with because our angels are surrounding us. He's crowned us with glory. He's done all kinds of things. But if you are as determined to do things as I tend to get, and I just ignore everything around me when I get that determined, then there are times when I don't listen. Does that make me a sinner? No. That just makes me somebody that's made a mistake. And I talked about that this morning. But I made a mistake. But I'm just thankful that I did my due diligence between the next to last meeting and the last meeting with this person. And I'm like, I am determined to turn you in. I don't know who to turn you into, but I'm finding out. I am doing research and I am going to shut him down. He has come back on the same platform in 3 or 4 different people. Shut down that one, that lender name. Come back as 3 or 4 different people, and today I took the first step. I'm going to take the second, the third, and I'm going to take as many as I can take to get this person shut down. I don't want to see another person go through the things that I could have caused people. I'm a person of integrity. And then I have another lender that I'm looking into. And I was told this company's been in business for 15 years. I've been with them, the representative that I've been talking with has been with them for 5 years. And here, fill out these forms and stuff. So I went and I did my due diligence. And I looked and it's like, they've only filed papers. If they've been in business for 15 years and they've only filed papers for one, have they really been in business for 15 years or are they scamming too? And so I'm very reluctant to do business with them, even though I have a client that needs a lender like them. I'm not going to do it. That's one of the things that just makes me the most angry. And yes, my phone has never failed to go off, or one of the phones or emails or something always dings, bing, bong, bang, while we're talking here. And so I was doing it twice or 3 times, who knows? But if you see this, just pray for me. Pray that I'd actually get this accomplished because I have been scammed before. Years ago. And I had to pay back all that money that I got scammed out of. That I got scammed out of. I had to pay everything back. So it cost me twice. And um and my mother's been scammed. And I'm here to tell you, especially if you are widowed or divorced, do, do all that you can do to search the people that are friending you on your social media. If they don't have a long history of being on social media, that's your first red flag. If they have all women and no men as friends, that's your second red flag. And if Christy's sitting here telling you don't do it, that's your third red flag. Watch out for red flags, y'all. Listen to the Holy Spirit inside of you that's saying, don't do it. And and be blessed. All right. Blessings. See you later. Bye.